Hi, and welcome to a new episode of Life on the Research Trail. I'm Ron Coddington, editor and publisher of Military Images magazine. This morning, I worked on my editor's note for the winter issue of Military Images, and I wrote about something that has been on my mind for more than a year, and this is the subject of connoisseurship. When you think about the term, what comes to my mind is the art historian who is identifying a master artwork, an oil painting from the Renaissance. I think about the wine taster who is able to take a glass of wine, not knowing the label on the bottle, and being able to say it comes from a certain region or it has a certain particular flavor that connects it to something else. Um, I had an experience last year with a contributor. His name is Dominic Serrano, and Dom is a true master of knowledge about a particular photographer whose name is Charles Reese. And Reese worked in Richmond, Virginia during the Civil War period, and his photographs of Confederate officers and soldiers are truly unique. And many argue that, in fact, Reese is one of the masters of photography from the early period of America and photography in the 1850s and 60s. So, as Dom and I were talking about his story, we were getting into the finer points of Reese images because some of them are signed and some of them are unsigned. And at some point during the conversation, Dom talked about the idea of connoisseurship and being a connoisseur. And that word has stuck with me since then in connection to collecting historic images. And so a few days ago, I thought, hey, you know what? I feel like I should really, the time has come for me to write about this. This topic has been rattling in my brain for a long enough period. And so the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition, I think, is worthy of note. Quote, one who understands the details, technique, or principles of an art and is competent to act as a critical judge. And there's more. One who enjoys with discrimination and appreciation of subtleties. I think both of these ideas, this larger definition of connoisseurship, really does apply to collecting Civil War photographs. Because if you look enough at images and you spend time learning about them, learning about who made them, how they were made, getting a sense and an opportunity to see examples, to study in real life, daguerreotypes, ambrotypes, tintypes, cartes de visite, other albumin photographs, you begin to develop a sort of a sixth sense, an intuition, a blink response. When you see these images, you get a sense of where they came from and what they're all about. If you do that long enough, you're probably going to rise to a higher plane of understanding, and maybe, just maybe someday, you'll receive the label of a connoisseur, which I apply to Dom Serrano and his study of Charles Reese. So that wraps it up for today. I hope you enjoy this video. Give us a like on social media and stay tuned for the next one. Until then, happy trails.